I'll find valid in your eyes. You'll always be my night sky.
Hello friends, my name is Dara and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. If you are new here, I talk about books every week, so either writing a book, reading books I hope to read one day. It's my dog puking in the background, so love it. As you can tell from the title, this is going to be a very ambitious TBR. Will I get to all these books? Probably not. Probably definitely not, but I'm gonna try, and most of them are thriller or horror, which just fits the theme of the season. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first book I really hope to read this month is The Deep by Alma, Katsu, and this is a book about the Titanic, and it gives off like paranormal haunting vibes on this big ship that is sinking. So it is a combination of a horror, thriller, and historical fiction, all of which I love, and I'm hoping my sister will read this with me. She said she's going to, but will she? I don't know, we'll see. But I definitely, this is high on my TBR list this month. The next book that I will for sure be reading, because it is part of a book club that I joined, is The FireKeeper's Daughter by Angeline Boulley. And to be honest, I don't even know what this is about. I just really wanted to do a book club, and this one is on our base. The other book club is down at Big Navy, and it's like a 45 to an hour minute drive. Okay, so this one we are following Donis. She lives near a Indian reservation, and she's about to start college and is excited for this fresh start, but then family tragedy strikes and she has to put her dreams on hold. The only bright spot is meeting Jamie, the charming new recruit on her brother Levi's hockey team. Even as she falls for Jamie, she senses the dashing hockey star is hiding something. Everything comes to light when Donis witnesses a shocking murder, thrusting her into an FBI investigation of a lethal new drug. There is more to the synopsis, but honestly, I just kind of want to stop there and see what happens for myself. Not what I was expecting, but I'm pretty intrigued by it, and it's gotten really good reviews. The next book that is also high on my TBR because it's a library book, and I've been waiting to read this for a few months now since it came out, is The Maidens, and this is by Michaelides. It's by the same guy who wrote The Silent Patient, which I did enjoy that book. It is one of the best thrillers of last year, allegedly. It wasn't as good for me as it was like hyped up for everyone, but I really heard great things about this from people who agreed with me and thought that The Silent Patient was a little overhyped and kind of, the twist was a little bland, honestly, but I'm gonna try this one. Yeah, I knew it took place at a college because this is kind of a dark academia novel. There it says Edward Fosca is a murderer. Of this Mariana is certain, but he is untouchable. A handsome and charismatic Greek tragedy professor at Cambridge University, Fosca is adored by staff and students alike, particularly by the members of the secret society of female students known as the Maidens. Mariana is a brilliant but troubled group therapist who becomes fixated on the Maidens when one member, a friend of Mariana's niece Zoe, is found murdered in Cambridge. So yeah, I do know it takes place around the Maidens, which is like almost like a Greek sorority type of group. Yeah, I heard the twist in this is phenomenal, and I heard it's better than The Silent Patient, but I've also heard it's worse, so who really knows. We'll see if I like this one as well. It's a library book, so I'm trying to really push it up to the highest, or to like a higher point in my TBR. The next book I hope to read is House of Holo. This one is by Krystal, Sutherland. I just picked this up at my bookstore last weekend or the weekend before for only $10, which I thought was really good because I think this book came out recently, and you know, on Guam it's hard to get new releases. Yeah, I know it of course someone's gonna mow while I'm doing a video. But I know this came out this year, and so for a new release to be out this early is really good here in Guam, and for only $10. So this one follows sisters who disappeared off the street. They just disappeared one day, right? And then a month later they showed back up, and oh my gosh. Okay, so when they showed back up, their appearance was now different. Their blue eyes had turned black. That's creepy. Even Claire's like, what? creepy. And they have no memory of what happened to them. So I know we're following the sisters, and I'm being a little bit vague on this one too, because this one is very hyped up, it's very popular, and I kind of enjoy going into these types of books with very little knowledge. I do have a friend on the island who also just read this not very long ago, and she gave it 5 out of 5. So I'm hoping that I will love it too. Another book that I hope to get to is Hocus Pocus and the all-new sequel. This is, of course, the book of Hocus Pocus. I think the book came after the movie. You can tell I started it last year. I only got to page 16. It's not because it was bad. I just had a TBR stack higher than my head, which kind of looks like I'm doing again. But I do hope to maybe get to this month before Halloween. My husband bought this for me 2 years ago because I wanted it so badly, and I never read it, so now I feel kind of bad. I love the movie. We watch it every year, and yeah, I really want to see how good the book is compared to the movie. This book I've had for, I got it last summer and I wanted to read it last spooky season, but I never did. It's called The Dark Descent of Elizabeth Frankenstein by Kiersten White. This one is about a girl named Elizabeth Lavenza, and she is a caretaker, but she's covered in bruises, so she's being abused and malnourished, and she's about to be thrown onto the streets when Victor Frankenstein takes her in. And she thinks Victor is like her escape from misery. She's like, okay, this is great. I can get out of this poverty and this terrible life. And soon she becomes great friends with Victor, but it does come at a price. Soon she's trying to manage his terrible temper and indulging his every whim. Behind her blue eyes and sweet smile lies the calculating heart of a girl determined to stay alive whatever the cost, as the world she knows is consumed by darkness. So this one obviously takes place with Victor Frankenstein, which we all know, and it's just sort of a spin-off from what I know of how things, like another perspective from Frankenstein's life. And I think it sounds really good, and it'll be interesting reading from a woman's point of view from that time frame, because you don't usually hear about it a lot. I hope to get to this. And the last book I wanted to talk about is Wicked by Gregory Mcguire. This one is actually interesting because it takes place in the Wizard of Oz, of course, like that story, but it's following the Wicked Witch, right? So you hear about her and you get her side of the story. Now, I was trying to find the audiobook of this and I fell down like a rabbit hole. I think this is considered a classic, but I'm pretty sure this one also influenced the Broadway musical Wicked, or something, Wicked This Way Comes, or something like that. But as a girl from Kansas, we know all about the Oz, and I just found this at the Amazonic and I really want to read it. So I don't know, that is all the books that I have to talk about in this video. It is a lot. I don't know if I will get to all of these. I'm not saying in October, but maybe November too. I'll still be reading spooky. I don't know, but I do have some ambitious TBR, obviously. But if you've read any of these books, please let me know, and let me know what you're going to be reading in this fall/spooky season. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!